Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar. We are back with the Jade Empire campaign with what is hopefully the last episode. I used Dujat to annex 1 Gia just because it made the borders look pretty and I wanted to have all of my Halessi subjects under PUs. It's supposed to happen. Oh, it's not something that happens. I did ask the dev to possibly fix that, but I haven't gotten a response. But yes. Alright, and next we will declare war on Baifan Jin with Dehui. We will call in Tianlao. Actually, I won't bother calling them in. Let me check something first. How are their cores doing? They are coring up a few provinces. That is fine. Spirit Ward menu. Karyana. This is Fangban. Alright, where are the temples here? That's good. That's not one. Can I put this under Spirit Hunters? No. Alright, so we want to bring all of our soldiers out. And we declare war on Baifan Jin. And Dehui. I might be able to break their alliance with no one, actually. Who are they allied to? The Deniraj. Alright, we're just gonna need to piece them out separately then. Alright. I want to declare war with imperialism, and we'll call in Dehui. Alright. We won't call them in. They need to get dealt with soon. 3,000 men should hopefully be enough. As per usual, our siege ability is utter insanity. Sorry. And we will say instruct conscripts. Jinyun. We definitely need to siege those provinces down. That's done. Alright, we are now at max army professionalism, which is excellent. Canals and turnpikes. Obviously, we will pay for everything. Let me actually... Economy, let's give them... I feel like they probably need some money. So I'll give them 55 ducats in subsidies. Because they're the one that's kind of struggling the most. Just because they didn't start with ideas and we've been forcing them to annex a ton. There's our commandant. Really unfortunate. I will take that. Discipline. That can come off. Alright, so what else do they have permaclaims on? Whole bunch of shit. Actually, these guys can get together. This army needs to head this way. Not done sieging yet. I wonder, would it be possible to diplo-vassalize them? I might as well just feed Dujat. Oh. No, this army needs to come back here because it needs a leader. Thorgrin the Cannon Flamebeard. Alright, we can attack him now. Don't want to give it to Verkal Ozavar. Because then Bifon Jin might get it. Oh, I didn't call Tian Lao into this war. That's fine. That is fine. Abuvia. I care about their alliance with the Deniraj. Kind of. Yes. What kind of defensiveness do these guys have? Also, we are not in control of the siege, which is why it took so long. Alright, so that's one army, two armies. I think we're only missing one gem at this point, and I really like this little artwork right here. And I like the artwork overall, it just looks really nice. So, shout out to the effects people, or the design folk. Fully operational. Those records which survived the fall of the First Jade Empire speak of a wealth beyond imagining. A mobility, prosperity, and productivity which allowed a fluorescent outpouring of materials and political culture. As the rejuvenated rail system brings goods, capital, and people from one end of the mine to the others with astonishing speed and reliability, dwarves who in their youth foraged mushrooms in the dark now preside over vast networks of mined wealth boasting a mansion in every hold. Thus the imperial vow fulfilled. Ease beyond imagining, with the restoration of dwarven culture at its very height. We have traced the river of wealth to its source. We need now but drink our fill. Sitting on his throne in the jade capital of the east, the Prabi listens to the sound of imperial Gronstunad, which has grown to a size unrivaled among the other dwarven holds. The throne room he occupies is filled with the treasures of all kind. Masterfully crafted dwarven armor, many swords, hand axes, and even guns. Running to the High Lord's feet is a silken carpet of great quality embroidered with golden thread. Everything is gathered in his domain. In the east, the sound of foundries sound like a hum of horns, workers smelting down each and every precious ore which is gathered throughout the mountains. Those ores are brought from across the empire by a rail system which exceeds even the original left for him by his ancestors. He hears the steam engines making their way through the city on those very rails, smells the sweet smoke coming from their chimney. For a moment he thinks there might be a little too much smoke, but comes to the conclusion it's nothing a dwarf cannot withstand. To the west he can hear the smithies hammering away, capable of producing hundreds of suits of shining armor a day. He can hear the striking of metal on metal and smell the gunpowder of the Gronstunad vanguard relentlessly trains, working off their rust with discipline and determination. He hears the drill masters shouting, their tactics devised in such a way that every single dwarf recruited from the Jade Empire's other holds fits perfectly into the army structure and complements the others. After listening to the sweet sounds of his empire running like a well-oiled machine, the Prabi steps into the Hall of Government. He is swarmed by his advisors, each offering details of a newly launched mining operation, presenting budget reports for those already established. They speak in such detail that he can hear all the prospectors mining through the hard, dense rocks of the Tree of Stone and Jade mines. He can hear the cheers when they run into a vein, and he can taste the beer they drink after another day working in our glorious empire. The advisors don't stop there. They tell him how the forges of Abdal Khanzad, Grazam Dizhir, Abdal Azan, and whole Azkrakazol are strained to full capacity and will need an expansion. The Prabi writes out a decree. The last report to the Prabi is that the processing of raw materials is exceeding demand, that outgoing trade routes are needed to the kingdoms of Rahan under our rule. The High Lord writes another decree and dismisses the last few remaining officials. He returns to his throne to listen to the sweet sounds of industry resounding across his realm. The Prapi falls into a dreamless sleep. No dream is left, for all is achieved. Alright. So we now are getting mining operations. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more we can do with another trader. Right. Abuvia. Sorry, Shark. Nope, that's the wrong one. Abuvia. Denny Raj. If we... or not. Right, where's my other armies? One's here. Put into the treasury. Gonkaden. Well, I need to build these first. Then I can go to my subjects. Do that. I'll go ahead and take that. Alright. Coal. Because we didn't already have enough money. When is this going to get it? Oh well. No, I can get to just do that. And then for we want all of those to go to Ketyanhi. These... we don't have those ones occupied, that's fine. What's the defensiveness like this on? Only minus 45. And power recovery speed. Yeah, reinforced speed is fine. Where? Okay, we have one army right here. They need to head there. This army needs to go deal with that. Let me look at the economic situation of my vassals. Dujat is getting 55 from subsidies. And still their income is not great. Sidicoli is actually doing good, given that they're basically the bumfuck middle of nowhere. might actually be the worst region in the game. Besides maybe, like, the Salahead in terms of economy. Although, saying that, there's precursor artifacts and dyes, and it's just not a good region. Dwara Valley Tunnel. Yeah, I can build that. Yeah. Alright. This is almost done. This is also going to be a stack wipe. Oh, wasn't quite. Truce with the Deniraj is up. Is Tianla allied to the Deniraj? They are not. What's our trust like with Tianlao? 100, actually. Oh, there's the Age of Artificers. And I need to develop some provinces. Alright, can Abdal Khanzad get dug again? No. Alright, we'll do that. And then hit the dig button. Now I need to come give all of these to Ketianhi. These can all go to Ketianhi as well. Oh, this one needs to go to them. I'm now at war with Tianlao because Tianlao are taking the opportunity since Dehui has been pretty thoroughly destroyed. I don't know. Dehui kind of is looking like Qing Empire during 19th century. Just straight not having a good time. Alright, that. Go to Ketianhi as well. Alright, why don't if we want to give this up? That army is still working on sieging. Nagadan. And I really just want to take over that siege. Okay, one of these armies needs to head that way. Alright, actually we can just head here. War golems. The artificers. Spark drive rifles. Let's go here. Inventions. More turrets. Morale damage. Alright, I still don't want to give up. Alright. I think I just... let's go with construction cost. Gronstunad. Alana's blood. We can go with siege ability because it's always funny. This needs to be what kind of development? 150. Those horsemen. Alright. I'd be willing to take just that. Poor Dujat. Very, very overfed. Right, I need that province, actually. And go back to Ketyanhi. Right, I am... need to get that province as well. Which one was it? This one. This goes to Ketyanhi as well. Alright. That is Ketyanhi with all of its claims at Yanshen. Alright, now these guys... Where is my regions button? Right here. These go to Dujat. You'll see how much we can feed them. Alright. That is Dujat done with. Or not Dujat, but my provinces over there dealt with. Deniraj. Declare war. How long is my truce with Buvari? 4 years. It's not really worth waiting that long. I'll wait a few months. Just to get all of my soldiers back. Alright. This is 1 army, 2 army, 3 army. That should be able to run a pretty significant army now. Do this. Alright. So we want to head in on Buvari first. And basically just knock them out of the war as quick as possible. We can have an army that will be putting down Dujat's rebels. Let's see. Anti-revolutionary zeal. Just to keep all of my vassals relatively loyal. It's not relatively loyal, they're just regular loyal. Alright, the capital siege has failed. That's fine. Right, who can I call in? Verkal Ozavar. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, Buvari. You want to hop out of this war? Yeah, they do. Alright. The revolution is now a thing. Thank God I can now build an actual furnace. And alright. Yep, we need to send an army this way. I'll send one there. Right. Flying gongs. Granted. Get rid of them. These guys need to come this way. Benny Rosh separatists. Come that way. Alright, I didn't even get to see what happened in that battle. Diplo power. Gotta deal with the rebels. Alright. Just in case. Imperialism is capital, yes. Where is their capital? Right there. These guys need to go sit on Jiao, and simply going to put them on suppress rebels. To help them out, just in case. No. Yeah, that's better. Okay, from them I want, and all of these over to Dujat. And then I will give... What region is this? Yeah, those go to Dujat. The rest of these will go to Gonkaden. Okay, that won't be done before the end of the game. That's fine, though. All of these go... You can just double check. Yes, all of these will go to Gonkaden. Gonkaden, there you are. Right. Is that one of my armies getting destroyed? It was... What's combat width now? 38. And these can go to Gonkaden as well. Attack. Alright, and we will take all of these, put them under Gonkaden. These under Gonkaden as well. Alright, so these three provinces, and then all of these provinces go to them, and then we want to Probably give Theoden all their provinces back. Sigildir. This army does need to recuperate. Right, and from them we want that. All right. Excellent. Now we just need to do one man's trash. Ruby hold. Alright, I am going to pause the recording very quickly and go remove that mod that added extra slots. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have removed the mod. Raja of Rakadesh. Long have we watched from the sidelines as our Gonkadan friends were lorded over by their neighbors in the Raj. Their courage and nobility of spirit seems to have counted for little when in the decadent courts of the Haramari. No longer. Our Gonkadan friends speak of the injustice inherent in the textile market, their exclusion from the craftsmen's guilds and the Durhasendi. The situation is so stark that Gonkadan shepherds profit least from the product of their own herds. We will seize the city and redistribute the workshops to the Gonkadan patriarchs, providing an economic base for their people and a finely wrought capital for their administration. Alright. And then we can do this, which luckily they have their stability up, so we can simply just wait. That. We're gonna go this way, deal with them. Deal with them. Come back. Alright, this army can head to... President is here. Alright, this still needs to be higher. I can destroy a regimental camp and build a university. I need to revoke privileges. Strong duchies, that can come back too. Alright. Whispers from the Dark. Alright, they need... Let's just go up to 40. And then we'll give them that. These guys are decent. Gorberad. I guess Gorberad existed, because usually you only get cores right there. Yeah, our Gordstum got destroyed by Masked Butcher, I believe. Alright. Now, what is next? Spark drive rifles. Alright, so the porcelain cities need counting house. Getting a mill. Living mirrors. Theoretically, we could build a 5th army, even though we don't actually have the capacity for it, and just not care. This obviously will get what's it called? A furnace. We got a lot of coal. I mean, relative to the rest of the Serpent Spine. They have 3. They have 4, 2. And we have 3 over here, plus a 4th. Right there. Porcelain cities. What do we need in Sarasung? Workshop, manufactory. Less than 1 building slot remaining. We will go with that. Alright, now Gakuden has a whole bunch of claims. Sweet mother of God, we make a lot from production. Are we the most productive nation? We might be. What do all these need for mining operations? 5 development. I can do that. Five culture group Dwarven. Don't want to do that. I mean, I easily could. Ah, screw it, why not? We'll go with Amber Dwarf, Jade Dwarf. This is just us moving more settlers in. We're not, like, killing them or anything, obviously. We're not, you know. We're friends with the Haramari. We're just simply moving more dwarves into the area. Alright. And expand the bureaucracy. Horseland protection, that's good. One man's trash. Alliances. Could I potentially, like, buy a province from you? Economy actions. Charter company. Is there colonial range? Pat mode. I think I would have to... Could I buy one from these guys, though? That's just a regular claim. Okay. Which hold can be dug? Rosamond is here. No edict. Excellent. I might just complete that mission. Unless there's some way to abandon my edge enemy. No. Got not a mirage. Okay. Tartakar. Alright. Sticoli. They should have... They have it. Dagoon does too. And Guamu does as well. 1, 2, 3. That'd be 3, 7, 8. 9. Relations. Free relations. Damascus. improve relations with them as well. Force them, or not force them, but increase their trade. And bureaucrats. Yeah. Every time we hit that button, we basically boost one of their states. 2, 3, 4. Send a gift. And we will... where's this? Economy actions, send them 100. Send them 200. Send them 200. I'm not sure we'll be able to get it on them. Can ally them. Raise the taxes, ally them. Be way over. Yeah. Alright, so with this we can do merely prestige, why not? Trade efficiency and trade steering. And fire damage unless there is something better. Yeah, and fire damage. Wait, no, don't want to do that one. That doesn't matter. That one does as well. I'll cancel that. Alliance, 95. Yeah, go on. Go on, my beloved vassal swarm. Right, that's... No, I think I still need to improve relations. Spirit Ward. Oh, they're done with Kariana. Guess the vassals dealt with that. And... yes. Seven. Alright, I really just want to get that mission done. Battling buffoons. We can do a little bit more stuff. That. Influence them. Alright. About Eduvicine. Improve relations. We're allied with Askasur. I just need... Oh, I can do that. Twins Nation. Twins Nation. And then... I can stop doing that. Recall. Improve relations with them. Improve relations with them. Alright, what else can I do? Ushukugan. Tian Lao. Send an insult. Alright. One man's trash. The Hobgoblins. In Nimisota civilization desecrated our ancestral halls, defiled sacred grounds, and left ruin in their wake, yet in their atheist ignorance, they overlook the most valuable treasures buried within. Precursor relics, hidden in the depths of Nomsula's ancient temples, these artifacts imbued with untold power and mystery are sought after by nations rich with artificers eager to unlock their secrets. Their folly is now our opportunity. We shall venture into the forgotten temples, reclaim these relics, and transform their neglect into profit. By ensuring these priceless artifacts to foreign lands, we will fuel our resurgence and lay the groundwork for a new era of Dwarvar strength and prosperity. Dumacron. Alright, so we would like to dissolve that alliance. Dissolve this alliance. And dissolve this alliance. Tianlao, Sudakoli, Kayanhi, Nadamraj, Damastus, Theoden, Verkal Gulan, Sariand. I can just dissolve that alliance, actually. Akadan. Akadan. Greatbeard Cavern. Let's get shit. Oh, what am I doing? I don't do that. Wrong one. Found mining operation. Yes, right there. Mining operation. Grudge settlers. Hotshot and rotary gunners. And they got some pretty crazy defensiveness right there. Alright. Porcelain protection. It is a truth universally acknowledged that no material so catches the light of an etheric torch quite as well as does porcelain. In the warmth of a guest foyer, it neither recedes nor imposes itself. Used as a dining set, it adorns one's food but does not argue with it. Porcelain is as unassuming a marker of taste as a well-chosen butler. It serves without boast, conveys luxury without pretense. What Posure announces with gaudy displays of gold, the aesthete murmurs in a chilly bone white. Alright, so all of these provinces need to be center of trade. I do that later. Judging the Jiakan. I need a couple of state houses. Is this in the Jia? It is not. Alright, all of these need to go to Agadan. Go to Gagadan. I don't see it undoing. Let me... No, I don't need to do that. Eureka. Alrighty, that's good. We only have one province left in the Jiangxi. Is there anything I can do? No center of trade level 1. It's a ruined temple. Center of trade, center of trade, center of trade. Professor loyalty 60 or greater. Plane of water, miracle detector. Grand exhibition. Alright, that should get this. Alright. Ozavar. Who's Buvari allied with? Tian Lao. I can declare war on them, and I guess I can call in Tian Lao. How long is the truce with Baifan Jin? A couple years. Although... yeah. Let me also subsidize Gonkaden. Give subsidies. Let's give them 100 ducats worth of subsidies. Improve their economy. Alright, we're gonna declare war. Yeah. I'm actually gonna call, not them, Tianlao. They can come join in, obviously, because they're my little buddies. They're basically the one place we don't have total control over. We will actually march this way, and this army will head this way as well. We don't actually want anything from Baifanjin, we just want to end the truce and get a new truce timer for 5 years. There goes our commandant. There. They can't head that way, so we'll go that way instead. Rally an expedition, why not? Found a mining operation. And then this needs... to get a mining operation, upgrade it. Where's that coal province? Earthseed. Earth development here. And then we want to upgrade that mining operation as well. Is there any other mineral provinces? Yes, right here. That upgraded. Yeah. Yeah. Don't really care about doing any of that. We'll practice all breweries. Right, these. Alright, extra manpower recovery speed because, you know, why not? Topaz Throne. Oh, there was something I forgot. Yes, Discipline Advisor. Seed, gotta do that. Alright, that's it. Sway, maybe? Alright. Bifon Jin, do not want to get out of the war. Kabat Talani, obviously they will just get out. Alright, these guys need to come back and deal with the separatists. Alright, Bifon Jin, they're just willing to take nothing. The Hui is pretty much done for. I don't even care about breaking that alliance. Kakadan. Alright, so what we want to do is feed them all these provinces. I can build training fields in my subjects. Yeah, I know not all of these are the right type of subjects, but probably enough. Just to make sure that they can take all of the provinces. Alright. Rightful ownership, ours and always will be. Next on the chopping block is Buvari, who I can ask to break their alliance. This needs to go to Gonkaden as well. Goes to Gonkaden as well. No, I will not take the city, and I'll take that instead. Imperialism against Plumstead for some reason. Oh, Airdan formed as Springport. That's fun. Income comparison, total income. Oh, Ketyan, he is number 3. Gonkadan is basically getting half their money from me. Because I want to fund my little buddies. Fuck this. Right, judging Dajiaken. What's wrong? 5 provinces need mutation. I can actually just do this instead. Other great projects is there. I visit. Armies, go deal with that. Do jots. Enormous amounts of manpower. Okay, so we should have 5 state houses in the Geokin. Courthouse or town hall. But these states all have super low governing costs. Yeah, they need to get rid of that treaty. And this treaty. That treaty. We will take siegability. I am also going to forward action, build spy network on them, and them. And then that. Alright. Oops. Game crashed. Well, I guess that is where I will end this episode then. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.